Good evening, hello there, folks, and welcome to my very first stream. Looking to play a little bit of Car Mechanic Simulator. Um, it's not the very first time that I've played this game, but it's the first time I've played 2021. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this has to throw up at me. This, as I say, this is my very first stream. So here we go. Just wait for this to load up, and then we will get into a little bit of gameplay and keep chatting throughout. Hopefully, as you might be able to tell, quite nervous about this. This is the first time I've done this. I've never once streamed to date. Always thought about it, giving it a little bit of time and effort. Oh, here we go. We're in a well. Okay, so it looks like we're in a dump. Oh, look at that. There's a map. I'm guessing that's us in the middle of nowhere. With what have we got? We've got barrels. We've got empty barrels. We've got tyre changer. We've got a wheel balancer. Tools. Oh, we've got a lift. Yeah, nice. Excellent. Right, let's see. What am I supposed to be doing? Under construction. Normally with these sort of games you can go to the computer and find, oh, there we go. We have internet shopping, just as every good garage ought to. And we've got a oil drain there. Here we go. Let's see if we can find a job. A Luxor Baronne or V8. I do like a nice V8. I've never actually owned a V8 myself. I have taken one apart in the past though, so this should be interesting. Let's see what turns up and what we have to do with it. Oh, and now look at this. Is this not a heap of junk? Actually, do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me, I don't know if you've seen the remake of Gone in 60 Seconds. The one which they steal, which has got a boot full of coke or heroin, and then they let's have a look. Let's see what we have to do with this one. Oh, look at that. Takes that V8 engine and turns fuel into noise and not a lot else. I was just passing by and I noticed your repair shop. It's good that somebody took care of that old ruined petrol station. The car that I'm coming with today is quite a recent purchase. It was used on a daily basis. The condition is rather okay. That's debatable. It would be good to check the oil level and tyres. That should be no problem for you. If you manage, then oh, it's scrolling. Brilliant. So we've got brake pads, fuel pump, oil filter, air filter, tyres, change the oil, and generally refresh the fluids. Brilliant. Okay, well I'm sure we can manage that. So let's get this thing in and let's put it straight on the ramp, shall we? Lovely. Right. Get it lifted up. Get the hood open. Oh, have I think I might have inadvertently, while I was chatting to you wonderful, wonderful people, I think I might have selected the wrong difficulty level. I think that's going to be rather hard. Okay, well, let's have a look. What did they need doing to it? So brake pads, 2 lots of brake pads, fuel pump, oil filter, air filter, tyres. Okay, so let's get the tyres off. Oh, look at this. We've got an air gun. The last game that I played of this, you had to wrench it off to start with. And none of that on this one. Oh, here we go. I'll give it a bit of WD on there. Lovely. Rusty bolts. I mean, the chap said that this car was in quite good nick, but I'm not really convinced, to be honest with you. I think if anything this is a bit of a beater, as it's known. Oh well, at least to be fair, that's that does come off easier than on a real car. Okay, I have a feeling that this is set to expert mode. I wonder... I think that that's going to be a little bit hard. Well, this is quite embarrassing because nobody likes to admit defeat, but I think at this rate I'm going to have to. I'll tell you what, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to return to the main menu before we've gone too far and wasted too much time. Last thing I really want to do. So here we go. Let's hit play again. Let's start a new game. I'm going to call it the same thing as the last one, and this time I am just going to go remove descriptions, parts and bolt outlines. Yeah, that's going to make it very, very difficult, so I'm just going to go with normal mode. Like I say, I'm not too big to admit that, but I'm not going to play the tutorial. I don't need to do that, so we'll just go straight in there and we'll see how we land. Oh, here we go, quick glug of tea. Which is actually still extremely hot, so right, there we go. I should have known something when I couldn't see the door, because yeah. Right, here we go. Let's try again. Oh, it's going to be the same car again, so we'll take that order, we'll get that in on the garage. Here we go. Look, we're not even going to bother looking at it. We're going to move it straight to the lift, and hopefully we won't have used up too much time. Here we go. Lovely job. Right. Oh, look at that. I can see a rusty bolt already. There we go. Give that a little squirt of WD. Excuse me, just coughing, and with my mic being so close, I don't want to deafen you guys. Here we go. One. Let's take this off as well and get them brake pads out of there, because they're going to need to come off. Right, that's the one. Here we go. It doesn't half bring you in very close when you zoom in on the part that you want to change, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know whether that's whether it's possible to change that or not. I do feel like the field of view might be a little bit awkward anyway. Here we go. I do quite like the non-branded WD-40 equivalent that they have. We'll call it WD-40 adjacent, shall we? There we go. And finally, this one here at the front. Oh, lots of rubbishy bolts on this one. As I say, it's not quite as bad as when you're working on your own one at home, and the first thing you do when you put a spanner on it is the bolt shears off. Here we go. Let's get that brake caliper off as well. Oh, and another rusty bolt and a brake pad. There we go. Right, let's double check with the car exactly what we need to do with it. Here we go. Right, brake pads, they're off. The wheels and tyres are off. I'll go and get those changed in a moment. Then we've got fuel pump, oil filter and an air filter. Right, let's get the hood up. We'll take the fuel filter off. we should have a, oh look, just one single bolt holding this one in, and then we'll take the air filter as well. And then we better go and get some parts, I reckon. So we're going to want parts, air filter. Oh. Of course it'll be called a round air filter, won't it? Oh, round air filter 2 carb. We want one of those. We want an oil filter for a V8, one of them. What else were we changing? Fuel filter? Yeah, we were changing the fuel filter, weren't we? So let's see where we've got one of those. Fuel filter. Lovely. Then we want some brake discs. Not brake discs, we want some brake pads. Let's have a look. Where are we? Brake pads, couple of sets of them. Was there anything else? Ah, yes, I need some tyres. I need to go and change the tyres. Let's what have we got? What tyres have we got? We've got 215 75 15. Lovely. 215mm wide, 75% on a 15. So 15, we want 4 of them. 215 75. Oh, just like real life, that's expensive. Last thing you really want to do, be buying tyres in real life these days, because it's horrific. Right, let's separate out some tyres from some wheels. Take them, split this one. 2 done. Cool. The old view controls is a little bit dizzying and disorienting. I wonder if there's a motion blur setting that you can turn off on this. I might have a little play around with that off stream at some point. Don't want to be boring you guys with all of this. Right, let's install some new tyres on our lovely semi-rusty rims, because that's just what everyone wants to see on their car, isn't it? I have heard it said before that tyre fitters are basically trained monkeys, and if this is exactly how the job goes, then I can see why that's the case. Not that I'm hoping to put any tyre fitters off. I wouldn't want to discourage you from being a viewer this early into my career, but let's face it, who watches what they do for a career as part of a video game? There we go. Oh, that one's easy. Lovely, look at that. Last one, here we go. It's almost not even a mini game, that is it? It's so easy. Right, let's have a look. So let's get these tyres changed over. Mount some parts. Let's have some brake pads on there. Oh, look at them lovely new brake pads on them crusty, rusty calipers. Excellent. Right, and we'll mount our nice new tyres. I do like that in almost all of these games, everything from a Super Mini to a V8 bus has a 5-spoke, a 5-stud wheel. You know, nothing like a bit of variety. Mind you, maybe that's Americans. I'm not that familiar with American cars, so there's probably plenty of 5 studs that I don't know about. Another set of nice new brake pads. Crusty rusty caliper and piston on a crusty rusty disc. There we go, all of them done. Let's have a little look in here. What have we got left to do? Okay, brake pads done, fuel pump, excellent. I bought a fuel filter and I need a fuel pump. That's okay, not a problem. I'll go and fix that in a moment. And then I need to change the oil and change these bad boy fluids here as well. Excellent. Right, let's put these bits back in, because I can put that fuel filter back even though I haven't changed it, because it's actually, let's keep the 100% one and we'll use it on the next job. We'll pop a new air filter in there because they have at least asked us to put a new air filter in. I anticipate that this car is actually borderline falling apart, to be fair. Let's see if we can't drain down these fluids here. Hold on, let's go back to this. Brake fluid, power steering fluid and washer. There we go. Right, let's drain down this washer fluid and we'll drain down the power steering fluid as well. Nothing like a bit of cross-contamination there. We're not going to clean out our fluid tools at all. Right, and let's get it up in the air because we're going to want to send this bad boy over there. There we go, we'll drain the oil. Glub, 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 glub. Oh, that's lovely oil, that is. Right, send that back to its home space. Let's have a look then. Where's our, oh, look at that lovely oil filter up there. Now we have got a new one of those, I'm pretty sure. Lovely, and I'm just going to go and grab a new fuel pump. I want the car part shop fuel pump, there we go. And there's our grotty rubbish fuel pump over there. God, that one is looking disgusting. Lovely, right, let's have a look. What have we done on this? So we have changed everything. We've drained everything. And now we just need to go and refill it all. So we'll drop this car down. And then we're going to fill her up with oil. Now in the old games you just keep chugging away until it drops the bottle a little bit, and then you stop, and then that way you don't waste too much fluid when you're doing it. Here we go, we will top up the power steering fluid. There we go, that's enough of that. And no, we want that, don't we? There we go, fill that up. And then it was brake fluid as well, wasn't it? Yeah, so we better top up the brake fluid. Thankfully I don't think we need to put coolant in this one. There we go. Right, how's that doing? Hey, everything's done. Nice and efficient, there we go. We'll finish the order. Cha-ching! And I didn't actually see how much money we made, so there's a good business owner here. Right, let's have a look and see if we've got anything on the telephone. And oh, look at this, a Hinata Kagura SX inline 4 double overhead cam. That to me looks like an Evo. That does look very much like an Evo, doesn't it? I do like a nice Mitsubishi. I do drive one of those myself. Not an Evo, can't afford one of those because who can these days, especially with the servicing. Another quick glug of tea. Oh, I see. That's how long it is until it expires. Well, it looks like we're doing another V8 then. This looks like an Audi V8. So, fingers crossed it's not one of them TFSIs. Oh, yeah. That's a nice looking little car, isn't it? What would that be? So if this is a V8, that would make that an RS4, I reckon. Or an S4. Yeah, S4. Other tasks, list provided. Brake fluid, coolant, windscreen washer. Right, so nice simple one here. Let's have a look. Wow, look at this one in comparison to that last one. Brake fluid, coolant, windshield washer. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Drain down brakes. Oh, hardly any of that. Drain down coolant. Even less of that. And windscreen washer. The most important fluid. The one that they've truly kept up with. Right, let's go back to the part I'm mounting. And then all we're going to do is we're going to top up brakes. We're going to top up coolant. No. Oh, damn it. No, here we go. Remount the part. And then we're going to go back and we're going to, there we go, fill that one up with coolant. Which will hopefully keep this lovely V8 running for just a little bit longer. Pretty sure Audi intended there to be coolant in it when they built it. And then the most important windscreen washer fluid. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Oh, excellent. Now how much are we going to get for that, do you reckon? No bonus anythings. Okay, finish order. Oh, it's like whole $100. A Valsen with brake problems, or a Valsen diesel with other parts. Other tasks. Oh no, this had a little bonus bonus XP and what have you. Let's take the slightly better condition brake problem, shall we? Let's take that one and see what happens to it. Oh, that's in cracking shape, isn't it? Lovely little old Volvo sedan, as the Yanks call it. Let's have a look. What's wrong with this one? ABS module. ABS module? Maybe. Brake caliper and 3 sets of brake pads. Let's see if we can highlight them and then they'll be a little bit easier to spot. Let's get this in and get this on the ramp. So brake pads, brake caliper, ABS module. Let's just go and buy the parts straight away, shall we? So we've got pads, brake pads, 3 sets of those. I suppose at that price it wouldn't actually hurt to have a few in stock, but brake caliper. Now I wonder, it doesn't actually say that I need to replace the cylinder, so I'm not going to buy one. And then it'd be your fault if it's the wrong. Hello there, Dead Millie. Thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. And now I've forgotten what the other part was that I was looking for. Hold on a second. Let's go back to the car and find out. ABS module. Of course, this is going to be the expensive one. Of course, it's not in this. It's in electronics, isn't it? ABS module, 700 credits. Wow, that's. Hopefully, there's a little bit of profit in this one. Yes, I am very new to streaming. This is my first time. So you're here to witness me pop my cherry, as it were. Right, let's get this up in the air a little bit and have a look and see if we can see which pads. Right, so we've got one here, one over the other side, and on the rear. Oh, okay, so all of them need to come off. I'm into all sorts of games, Millie, to be honest with you. I tend to play a little bit of everything. I quite like the old strategy games. They seem to be a nice easy one for my head to be able to follow these days. I'm very much not someone who can play fast-paced games anymore. Right, let's get and mount these. No, I didn't want to do that. I used to stream a variety of games including Fall Guys, Dress to Impress and The Sims. Sometimes I do arts on stream as well. Oh lovely, what sort of arts do you do, Millie? What are we talking? Is it craft, painting, modelling, sculpting, something like that, or? Okay, fair enough. Lovely. Right, just get these brake pads off here. Looks like over the other side we've got to replace the caliper, but not the pads. Although, right, 100% brake pads, and then I need to be careful when I put the caliper back on that I don't put the 100% one, because I'm going to need that shortly. There we go. Although I don't suppose it really matters. There we go, another tyre back on. Again, it's a 5-stud wheel. Oh, not at all. Millie, I'm very grateful for somebody's here watching. Makes it seem all worthwhile. So you're doing an animated logo. Oh, that's mad. I'd love to get into something like that. Any particular program that you use? Oh, Best Shahid. I really appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Uh, yeah, I mean, Dead Millie, feel free to drop a link if you have one. I probably won't have a look at it right now, but I will get and have a look at it when I get a chance. Hi, Best Shahid. What's up? Yeah. Well, what's up at the moment is Car Mechanic Simulator on my first stream. Thank you for joining. Hold on, let me just see what I got. Emily Nettles. Oh, I can't seem to get through to that link at the moment, Emily, but do you want a cool logo and banner for your Twitch? No, I'm all good at the moment, thank you very much. Yeah, no, that's fine, Dead Millie. Yeah, I appreciate that. Best Shahid, like I say, thank you very much for the offer, but I'm all good at the moment. Here we go, we'll take this brake caliper off. And there's our brake pad. Yeah, well, never mind. I'll learn not to respond to them soon enough. Here we go. We nearly buttoned this one back up again. Well, it sounds like you know what you're talking about, Millie. Like I say, this is my first stream, and it's probably the fact that I've tagged that on the stream that means that I'll get that sort of attention, isn't it? Let's have a look. Right, just need to change the ABS module now on this one. And where are we? There we go. ABS module. Let's take that one off. Lots of little bolts. Nice bit of fake WD-40. And there we go. We'll get that one changed. Mount the part on there. And bolt this one up. Let's have a look at the car status. There we go. Bonus XP 25%. Lovely. Right, finish order. There we go. And I've leveled up. Brilliant. Now I imagine I go over to the tool chest and I'll be able to see something. You should ban those. Is that the scammers? Yes, I probably should. I'm not sure how. Let's have a look. Let's see what I can do. No, maybe not. I will have a look at banning them eventually. But thank you for the advice there, Dead Millie. Let's have a look. Right, what have we got? We can increased screwing speed, increased mounting and unmounting speed. Let's go for screwing, shall we? Right, so we've got to unlock that. You should also have a mod for this kind of stuff. Yeah, I imagine really eventually I'll get round to doing things like mods, but for now I don't think I really have to worry about it, and it's interesting just to see the chat livened up, even if they are just spammers and scammers. I probably won't respond to them anyway. Right, let's have a look. Should we get another job? Over to the phone. What have we got? Oh, a Griffin, a Mini. Let's have this one. I missed out on this one. Take order. No, I don't have a Discord yet. I do have it. I can go on it. I will. I'll look you up on Discord. That is Emily Nettles. and I'll have a look and see if I can join your Discord later on. Won't do it just at the moment. Yes, this is definitely an Evo. Right, let's have a look. Let's see what this one has got going on with it. Brake fluid, coolant, power steering, windshield washer. Fair enough, a nice and easy one. We'll put it in, put it on the lift, and we'll get those done. Not sure I even need to bother, to be fair. Here we go, get the drain tool out again. We're going to drain the coolant reservoir. We're going to drain the brakes. Don't know if I needed to drain the coolant, to be fair. I'm in the construction industry normally, really. I work full time as a contracts manager, so this is a nice little way for me to relax in the evenings and weekends. What about yourself? Let's fill all this up with fluids. Here we go, a bit of coolant in there as well. So is the designing work and what have you, is that full time for you, or is it a part-time thing? I think I've just given this guy more than he actually needs. No, not at all. Right, brilliant, it's all done. You're a full-time artist working on commission. Eventually I do streams and part-time arts. Oh, well, if you're a full-time artist working on commission, then I would have thought that that the streaming could just be a bit of fun. But okay, so what commission is digital art then? Is it, you know, designing, or is it more like a sort of physical art, that sort of thing? Brake problems. A Hinata moon. Oh, that's a nice looking little thing. Ah, digital arts for streamers. Oh, lovely. Well, I hope that's working out for you. This looks like a nice little Mitsubishi Eclipse. Oh, very 90s. I could do a proper Fast and Furious with this. Neon green. Let's have a look and see what's wrong with it. Brake caliper, brake disc ventilated, and a couple of sets of brake pads. Oh, nice. Okay, let's have a look and get it on the ramp. Cars are a bit of a passion of mine, Millie. You're right. I do like them. It's quite relaxing for me. I do a little bit of work on my own vehicles as well at the same time. And right, here we go. What we got? We've got brake caliper and brake disc on this side. We've got a brake caliper over there by the looks of it. Brake discs at the back, and nothing over on that side. Okay, let's go and buy some parts first. No, we don't want the electrical shop. We want the normal parts shop. What's your favourite car? Mine is a '69 Mustang in red. I don't really have a favourite car, to be honest with you, Millie. I think they're all worthy of a bit of love. I have quite a favourite for a Ford Escort, to be honest with you, from like the 80s. I would like one of those myself, I think. Right, let's have a look. Brake disc. I want one normal, apparently, and one ventilated. because you can't afford ventilated discs on both sides of the car, or front and back. Let's just double check that. What we got? One caliper, disc, and a couple of sets of brake pads. There we go. Lovely, there we go. Right. Let's have a look then. Bit of WD. This is not in bad condition, this car. It's not quite as bad as the first one that we had. Millie, I really appreciate you dropping by on the stream and chatting to us. I hope you enjoy your chores. Thank you very much. Here we go. Get this this one refitted. New brake caliper with an old piston. I will look in the chat records afterwards, Millie, and I will add you. Thank you very much. That's a lovely design of wheel, isn't it? Look at that. Completely impractical, and I don't imagine it would actually work, but it is actually a nice wheel. Right, let's have a look at this one. This one will be, at very least, a brake disc to take off. Yeah, looks a bit crusty. Let's have a look. Ah, yes, we've got some pads on there as well to change. Right, take the pads off, we'll take the disc off. There we go, switch back to fitting parts rather than taking them off. Here we go, one brake disc, one set of brake pads. And there's our lovely... Well, that one was alright, so we'll fit that one back. There we go. Well, I really wish I could get an Ugga Dugga gun which was a bit faster than that one. And I think we've got brake pads here as well, and another brake disc, obviously ventilated discs on the front, normal discs on the rear. There we go. Right, I don't need to do that. Pop that one. New brake disc on. Lovely. New brake pads. Lovely jubbly. Pop the old brake caliper on. Oh, hang on. Have I missed a brake caliper then? I must have done. I'll have to check what I have and haven't changed. Pretty sure it's not that one, so we'll fit this wheel. Let's have a look. Oh. I bought an extra caliper, didn't I? Yeah. Of course I did. Oh well, the money's going up slowly but surely. I'm not sure that I'm actually going to make a fortune out of this business, but let's have a look. Oh, here we go. What we got? Finish order with money bonus. Oh, nice little bonus there. An Emden Jaeger, also a Volkswagen Golf, lovely. Or a Mini. Right, now this is a story mission, so I think story missions we're going to see a little bit better parts. Payout on it, hopefully, because I could do with bumping this money up a bit. So I'm going to take this story mission. There we go. Oh, look at that. A beautiful neon green vision there. I'm not sure if it's supposed to look like somebody's rolled it in butter, but it does. Oh, lovely. Right, let's have a look. What's wrong with this thing? car status. Okay, wow, where do we begin? My name is Joanna. I was referred here by my neighbour. He's a car dealer. I hear that your repair shop has been up and running since quite recently, but you look like a promising mechanic. It's almost annual service time. My buddy doesn't seem to have any problems, but I'll leave that for you to decide. Please change the oil filters and fill the missing fluids. I haven't had time for that recently. John mentioned that there was tapping in the camshaft. I don't know what he meant. Perhaps it will make more sense to you. Please take care of my car. Have a good day. Why, thank you, Joanna. That's oh, we've got parts not discovered. That'll be interesting as we dig down inside of it to see what's actually happening on there. And then we've got okay, and a change of all the fluids as well, including the oil. Lovely. Right, let's get this one in. This is going to need to go up on the ramp straight away. And we are gonna give it a lift. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to make sure to sell any parts. Sell parts below 30%. Okay, so oh, we've got a case. Let's open that and see what we've got. What do you reckon it is? It's cards. Well, has to be the first two, doesn't it? We've got bonus XP and bonus credits. Lovely. Oh, could have been worse, couldn't it? Right, so okay, anything that I take off that's broken. Okay, let's just have a look. Let's get all of these marked up. There we go. Right, we're going to mark all of those. We can't mark the parts not discovered because we haven't discovered them yet. We don't know what they are. Never mind. Right, we'll close that. Let's have a little look at what have we got. We've got rubber bushings. Bushings at the back. Looks like we've got all those brake discs. Don't look great, do they? Right, let's take that off. We'll just have a look and see what's in here. Well, let's have a look. Okay, so the brake pads are shot anyway, we knew that. Let's take the brake disc off because I have a feeling, yeah, that's pretty low. I reckon that's probably one of our undiscovered parts. Let's have a look. Brake pads. Yeah, so we've found two already. So brake disc ventilated and brake pads. Need to make sure we get all of those. Right, lovely. I'm going to take that. Let's have a look, because we can get these bushings out without taking everything off. So we'll get the bushings on both sides. And then what was this over here? Ah, okay, so we had, right, so we've got brake pads in there. We'll get this one undone. We'll get those brake pads out. Like I say, what we'll do is we'll take everything off that's going to need replacing, and then we'll go and do the parts shopping afterwards. There we go, that's one. Right, looks like we've got brake pads over on this side as well. There we go, lovely little set of brake pads. Right, I wonder, let's take this wheel off as well. We might as well have it off while we're here. Yeah, look at that, that brake disc is absolutely rotten as well. I reckon that one's going to need doing too. Oh, Joanna, I reckon you were very, very lucky not to die in a scream of brake dust. There we go. Right, excellent. Okay. Brake disc, ventilated brake pads. So that is, everything is now located. In which case I can go and start them getting ordered. Let's go and have a look. Let's just have a look at this, because there should be. I'm going to buy myself a tablet, and that way I don't need to keep going over to the computer. Right, let's have a look. So we've got belt tensioner, brake disc, brake pad, brake pad, brake pad. Brake pads, we've got 4 sets of brake pads, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got them, we've got 2 brake discs, we'll get those. Non-ventilated brake discs, 2 of them. Buy them. Let's have a look, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 rubber bushings, let's get those as well, and then we can almost get the car buttoned up underneath, and then we've just got to worry about the engine bay. Okay, let's go ahead and put everything here back together. Rubber bushing. Brake pads. Brake caliper. There we go. And a lovely shiny wheel on there as well. Put all that back together. There we go. Right, and now we're going to nip round the other side, and we're going to do the same on there. Do excuse me, I keep coughing for some reason. That's because I haven't drunk all my tea yet. There we go. Right, brake pads. Lots of yummy brake pads. Calipers. Pistons. Wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like magic. There we go. Let's have a look, see what we've got on this side. Right, we've got brake disc. I think I brought the unventilated brake pad discs, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Never mind. Okay. See, this is why I'm never going to make any money. Ventilated brake disc, brake pad, caliper back together, bolt it all up. Now I do think there's a, yeah, there we go. A bushing that hadn't been done. But luckily I did buy all the bushings, so I'm ready. We'll take this one out as well. And we've magically transitioned across the car, ready to do this side. There we go, brake discs, brake pads, caliper. It's a very satisfying game. The graphics aren't, you know, terrible, but it doesn't really matter. It's just quite methodical and relaxing, which is always quite good. Right, let's have a look and see what we've done already. So we've got that. So rubber bushings are done. So everything else should be inside the engine bay. We've just got the oil filter to do underneath. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got. So spark plugs, oil filter. Okay, let's have a look, see what have we got here. One of these is done. Ignition coil, lovely. Now these have all got to come out anyway in order to get the camshaft out, but we've got a couple of dodgy spark plugs in there as well that need to come out, and they don't need to come out in order to get to the cam, but they've got to come out in order to replace them. So bolts, lots of lovely bolts. You see, now what I'm assuming is that this mechanic, just like me, takes the bolts out and then he gives them a quick spray of WD-40 and a wire brush, because even the rusty ones, when you put them back in, they're nice and clean. Right, take the cam gear out. Now what have we got here? We've got an idler roller, one bolt, we've got a belt, crankshaft. Gotta tell you, this isn't a job for the faint-hearted when you actually do it for real. Because they never come off as easy as this. That's right, take the belt off first, and take the roller, cam gear, and cam caps. Oh, there we go. And the camshaft. Right, that should be everything out. Let's get and buy some stuff, shall we? What is it? Camshaft inline 4B, inline 4 single overhead cam, belt tensioner, idler roller, and ignition coil. Right, camshaft inline 4B by point. Cam gear. One of those. We've got idler roller A. We want one of those. We've got a tensioner. Get a belt tensioner. One of those. Oh, my watch is telling me that I'm lazy and that I need to move. Belt tensioner, cam gear, camshaft, idler roller. I need an oil filter, serpentine belt A, and a couple of spark plugs. Serpentine belt A, which is... oh, that's the point. Let's have a look. Serpentine belt A, inline 4B. One of them. What else did I need? I haven't looked. Ignition coil, idler roller, belt tensioner, spark plugs and ignition coil. And that will be in the other shop, won't it? There we go. Spark plugs, want a couple of them. And an ignition coil, one of them. Right. I think we can probably go about putting everything back together now. Part mount, let's camshaft. And then it is literally just a case of bolt it all back together. Camshaft, cam caps, lots of them, lots of bolting. Here we go. Putting in the wrench time. Oh, I can put the spark plugs in as well because we've got some fresh ones there. Right, I want to replace that cam gear B and then put that timing cover on. I hope Joanna appreciates this because her car's rotten. Right, what's next here? What do we put on next? Right, idler roller. And then the belt. New belt. Belt tensioner. New belt tensioner. Cover. Cover's plenty good enough. Lovely job. Crankshaft pulley. That's a bolt you don't want to be messing with. There we go. And our last idler roller. Okay, so that's all done up. Pop that back in place. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Now let's put our nice new one where the old one came out from. Lovely job. Right, and let's check where we are on our list. Belt tension is done. Spark plug, serpentine belt, cam gear, camshaft, idler roller, ignition coil, oil filter. Let's lift you up. Oil drain, move that over there. Use it. Ooh. Very jerky camera on this. I'm going to have to see if I can slow it down at some point. Put that back in its place. Get and change the oil filter. Although I don't think it actually asked me to change the oil filter, but I will anyway because it's only good practice. Right, oil filter inline 4 and it costs 25 credits, which, let's face it, you can't really stiff somebody over 25 credits, although maybe I'm never going to make my million that way. Right, that's the oil done. Drop that back down and then we just need to change everything over, I think. Right, let's have a look. Extra tools, drain tool, power steering. Did it want coolant doing? Change oil, yeah, change coolant, yeah. Here we go. Drain tool, drain coolant reservoir, power steering's done. Lots of coolant in there. We'll drain the brakes as well while we're here. And then we'll drain the windshield washers. Okay, go back, fill everything up. Another quick glug of tea. coolant reservoir. Let's put some coolant in it. Ah, look at that yummy, yummy green coolant. Just what everyone wants these days. Washer fluid. Power steering. And finally, let's give it a drop of oil. I think oil's the best looking one. Right, let's have a look. How's that? Oh, Joanna, I reckon your car is going to be a dream now. There we go, finish order. I hope you're happy. Oh look, an extra level up. Brilliant. Let's go and find some... What are we going to do with that? Are we going to go... I think we've got to go increase screwing speed, haven't we? Nope, can't afford it. I'm going to save up. I just want the screwing speed. Let's have a look. What else can we get? We've got diagnostics, fuel pressure, multimeter. Adds an electronic multimeter to your additional tools. Allows checking electronic connections and resistances. Oh, excellent. Compression tester. Adds a compression tester. Tyre tread gauge. Battery charger, a welder, a window tint toolkit. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I don't think I want to be getting any of these just yet. Oh, car wash. Builds a car wash, allows you to clean your car. Oh. Well, I don't think I really need any of these bits just yet. Paint shop, customization. Allows you to change the look of some parts of your garage. And a warehouse. Store and sort your spare parts. And you need the garage expansion. Okay. Brake lathe. Workbench. Okay. Well, let's buy a compression tester. Let's buy a multimeter, because every good garage should have one. Hell, even my shed has got them. Fuel pressure meter. Yeah, let's have a tyre tread and let's have a fuel pressure meter as well. Don't need anything else just at the moment. Right, let's get another job in. Let's find a car or Valson. Oh, look at that. That's a... Hang on. Oh, another story order. Do I take a story order or do I have brakes on a little Nissan 350Z? Or a Renault Bianca. Oh, it looks like a Fiat Punto. I don't want one of them. Let's take the 350Z. Fingers crossed it's a nice colour. Oh, what a beauty. Look at it. Just look at that thing sat there in the sun. Not a straight body panel on it. Oh, look at those ripples down there. Cool. Oh, that is something special. Right, let's have a look, see what's wrong with it. ABS module, pump, brake disc, ventilator disc, brake pad. Right, okay. Let's get it in the shop. Let's get some bits on order for it. And let's get them changed over, shall we? Right, what we got? We got discs, we got one of them. We've got pads. I think it was 2 sets of pads, wasn't it? Let's have a look, double check. 2 sets of pads. Right, ABS pump, ABS module. ABS pump will be in electronics. Oh, expensive. expensive. Never mind, buddy, never mind. Could be worse. Right, let's see which ones they are. Right, what we got? We got brake pads this side, you got brake disc that side, brake discs and pads at the back there. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course I need to lift it up a little bit first, don't I? That's embarrassing. Come on, at least get it off the ground, Steve. Lovely crusty bolt. There we go. Now that is definitely a shot pad. Right, go back to fitting it, new one. So I don't think it actually matters if you fit your new stuff where you didn't need to and you fit your old stuff when you take the next bit off. As far as I can work out, it doesn't matter, even though it's pretty bad practice. Right, that's that one done. Now these are actually lovely looking wheels. Again, I don't think they're very practical, I don't think they'd actually work, but they do look nice. Well, there we go, we've got our rusty pads. And we'll just fit our normal brake disc here. How come I've got like a bunch of extra brake discs? Have I been buying extra ones as time goes on? I think I might have been. Right, what else have we got? Right, so we've got a brake pads over in that far corner. Not quite sure how they think that brake pads actually go rusty all the way over like that. But I suppose, yeah. I mean, to be fair, those brake pads actually look like they've got loads of meat left on them, so. Oh. Well, hopefully they'll accept 57%, but fingers crossed. Here we go. Done, 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 done. Right. Oh, look at that. Rusty old ABS module and ABS pump. Got to get rid of them. And yet virtually nothing else under the engine bay is affected, so be interesting to see how they manage that. There we go. Bolt all of that together, and that should be another order done. Right, finish. There we go. Right, I think maybe I better take that. Yeah, I reckon I better take that other story order. Good morning. Hello, young man. Please help me. I set off on a ride and my car stopped working. It just shut down suddenly. Fortunately, some good young men towed me to your workshop. If it weren't for them, I'd rather not go into it. I imagine he would have died in the desert. Please see what you can do to get it up and running again. I have no idea what could have happened. Usually everything was working just fine after a 6-month break. Thanks for setting up a workshop here in the middle of nowhere. In the meantime, please allow me to use the restroom. I'll see you soon. A 6-month break. Right, okay. Well, there's all sorts of things that can go wrong with your car after a 6-month break, but we'll get that in and have a look and see what's wrong with it. Let's have a look. What have we got on here? Oh, wow, there's a pages and pages of things wrong with this one. Right, let's have a look. What are we going to do first? We've got timing belt, we've got starter motor, we've got clutch. Right, okay. Well, I reckon the first thing we want to do is we want to get clutch release bearing, fuel pump, and a starter motor. We'll get them sorted out. They'll be the things underneath the car, and then we can get the rest of it sorted when we go in under the bonnet. Right, what we got to do first? So we got to get, okay, let's get you up on the ramp. Oh, lovely little Volvo, look. You've got to come off. Okay. That's that off. Change the oil. Oh, and he wants everything done. Okay, so let's get on the old drainy power steering, brakes, washer, coolant. Not quite sure that you can actually drain your coolant that way, but never mind. Right, let's have a look. We can take the rad out while we're here anyway, can't we? Get rid of that. Right, let's get underneath it now and do those bits that we just discussed. So, we'll drain the oil while we've got it up in the air. Equipment back in its place. Take the oil filter off. Right, you are oil filter for an inline 4, one of them. Let's put that back up there. Oh, actually, no, it's got to be 75%. Okay, no problem. Well, that is what it is. Right, oil filter is done. Let's get... What did we say needed doing on it? We're going to do the clutch release bearing, and the fuel pump while we were at it, didn't we? Right. Drive shaft has to come off, so we'll unbolt that bad boy. Lovely. Take the fuel pump out. and then spin around. We'll take the gearbox off. Now this really is something that isn't this easy. Clutch release bearing, pressure plate, and then finally the clutch. Right, let's get some parts. Clutch, we want a release bearing, we want a plate, we want a fuel filter. No, we don't. We want a fuel pump. Again, fuel pump, not a fuel filter. And we might as well get ourselves a starter motor while we're in here, shouldn't we? One of them. Starter motors are nice and cheap. Right. Part mountings. Fuel pump. In there. Right, and then we've got clutch plate. Pressure plate with a few bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clutch release bearing in there. Nice new one of them. Get the old gearbox on. One down there. Okay, and a drive shaft. I'm not sure that most mechanics have arms this long, to be fair. Right, that's all back together. Let's just have a look. Right, that's done, that's done. So oh, we've got lots to do on this one. Lots and lots to do. Right, I can get and put the starter motor back in, because at least I know that's done. Right, what do we need to do? We have timing, we have ignition wires, they're off. We've got grotty spark plugs, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are terrible. Fuel filter's rusted as hell. Take that as well. In fact, I've got a fuel filter, haven't I? So I can put that on. There we go. Go back to taking stuff off. The rad's out. I need to take that off, which means getting started down here. Well, wow, this is shocking. What am I going to take off? I need to take that one off first, don't I? That's pretty much done. Take that one as well. And I need to get in there, so I can't just leave it, unfortunately. I've got to take all of this off as well. Belt tensioner. Timing belt. And the cam gear. Water pump's got to come off. And the alternator. Well, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, right, that should be about everything now. Let's just have a look. Alternator, belt tensioner, cam gear, idler roller, ignition wires, fuel filters done. Radiator. No, I'm still going to have to do the relays in the fuse box. Right, spark plugs. Let's get some stuff ordered up. We'll go with belt tensioner, cam gear. Belt tensioner. Cam gear, inline 4, single overhead cam, buy that. Idler roller, radiator. Idler roller A, buy that. Radiator, a nice radiator C, look at that, classic piece of kit. Hi Dead Millie, I've just seen your chat saying that you're lurking. Are you still hanging out on the chat? That's much appreciated. I do thank you very much. Let's just have a look what else we got. Radiator, we want serpentine belts and timing belts. Serpentine belts. Serpentine belt. Serpentine belt A, serpentine belt. Right, let's have a look. Single overhead cam, serpentine belt A and a timing belt. Right, let's have a look. Serpentine belt A, inline 4. Right, one of them. Serpentine belt A, one of them. And a timing belt. We'll take that one and hope for the best. What else have we got? Anything? Water pump. And we do need a water pump. Right, let's start putting things back together, shall we? Nice new cam gear. New timing belt. New belt tensioner. Hopefully this is nice and easy to put together, but yes, I did buy the wrong water pump, thought so. It's not that one, it's that one. Typical. Never mind, I'll have it for the next job. And then I do need an alternator as well. So, alternator, buy that. While we're in here, we need to buy a couple of relays. I think we've got A's and C's. Ignition wires, we need to buy ignition wires as well. What else did we need? We'll get to them as we get to them, shall we? Oh, I need spark plugs as well. Clearly bought the wrong one. Serpentine belt I4, SOHC. Let's get spark plugs while I'm here. Just buy a bunch of them because they're going to come in handy. And we'll come out of here and we'll go for a serp belt. Serpentine belt. Serpentine belt inline 4, one of them. There we go, that's it, that's the right one. Serpentine belt A, definitely bought one of them. and then we've got an idler roller to go on there. Lovely job. Okay, that's all back together. Let's just check those off of here. Alternator belt tensioner, cam gear, idler roller, cert belt, serpentine belt, starter, timing belt, water pump, relay type A, relay type B. Okay, let's go and put my spark plugs back in, shall we? Spark plugs, 1, 2, 3. That's all 4 of them. And put some new ignition wires on there as well. We also have the rad. Let's just see, ignition wires, radiators, spark plug, spark plug, spark plug, spark plug. Now I need a type A and a type B relay. Let's just have a look at that, shall we? Electrical, type A and type B. Fuse box. Unmount, take the fuse box off. Type A. Type B. Fit parts type B. Type A. There we go, look. And put the cover back on. What have we got left? All we've got left, I think, is to fill it with fluids. Excellent, right. Brake fluid. Oil. Get some oil in there. Coolant. Yeah, we probably want some coolant. It does seem very thick for coolant, to be fair. That's probably going to hurt someone at some point. Power steering. And finally, washer fluid. Is that it? Are we done? I think we might be done. Let's have a look. What's all this? Hey, I think we're done. Let's hit finish order, see what happens. There we go. Another one and another level. Ah, do you know what that means? I think that means that we have extra screwing power. It does, yeah. I'm going to be unlocking that because we'll need a bit of extra screwing power. There we go. Right. Well, we are slowly building up the money as well, so that's a good thing. Haven't got enough to afford a lot of these, so an extra lift. Customization allows to change the look of some parts of your garage. Required expansions lifter. I wonder if I should just... No, I don't need to unlock more of my customization just yet. I think I should focus on some of the basics. Let's do another job, see what's coming up. What have we got? We've got a Mitsubishi Eclipse, a Golf. Well, we haven't had a Golf yet. Let's take that one in. Minimum part percentage is 35%. Right, yes, this is what's known as a beta, I think. So I'm guessing at some point I'll be able to fix up these body panels, which would be rather nice. Get the old welder out and fix the body panels and make it look all nice. Though it has a certain charm all of its own. Right, refill brake fluid. Well, that's excellent. Right, yeah. Refill brake fluid. Really? Right. 7301. How much do you reckon this is? 25 bucks? 25 bucks. Not a bad guess. Oh, now I've got to go back inside to get my phone again. Right, let's see. What have we got over here? Come on, let's have a bit of a better one, this one. What have we got? We've got Hinata Moon. We've got the Audi again. Oh look, special edition. Let's take the special edition with brake problems, shall we? Or don't know. Inspect and replace. Nah, let's have brake problems. This one's going to be a stunning. Oh, look at that purple. Oh, beautiful, beautiful car with only the first bits of rust starting to poke through on the bonnet. Lovely. I mean, if this was Need for Speed Underground, I would be loving life with an Eclipse. Let's have a look. What does this need? ABS pump, brake caliper, brake disc, brake pads. Okay, so brake caliper could be anywhere. Brake disc, brake pads. Cool. So the brake disc will be on the back. Move the car. Get it on the lift. Get it up in the air. Right, we need an ABS pump, a couple of brake calipers, brake disc, brake pad. Oh, I should have. Brake disc, buy one of them. Brake pads, we can buy, I don't know, 10 of them. Calipers. We want 2 brake calipers, don't we, I think. And then ABS pump. I was in the right place for it already. Right, one of them, buy part. Right, so we have to take the ABS module off first. Because of course you do. How they think that can get so rusty and yet the bit on the front of it doesn't is I don't think it's actually how it happens, to be honest. Yeah. Hold on. No, I can't put a 20% one on. As much as I would like to. Right, that's that done. Now let's have a look. What have we got and where is it? Right, brake pads at the front, caliper and disc at the back. Brake pads, caliper and pads, disc. Awesome, so you need to take every single one of the wheels off. Mind you, at least this beats doing it in the street with a little hand pump, jack trying to lift it up and change your parts in the middle of the street. Here we go, new brake pads, put the caliper back on. Slick tyres. God, this guy's a racer. That's why everything on his car is only 50%. Look at them, they proper are slicks, aren't they? Right, we've got to do this caliper. And it looks to me like the pad under there is pretty much okay, so go back to calipers. We'll put the worst ones on the front because you don't want good brakes on the front. There's no point. here we go. What have we got here? We've got caliper, and it looks like caliper and disc on this one. Caliper and pads, although those pads actually look alright, so caliper only. Well, I think that's the last that I'm going to get out of my tea. But it has done sterling service on this stream. Here we go, let's take this tyre off. And I think we're going to take this one off. And unless the next one is a very, very quick fix it, I think that's going to be the end of the stream. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've actually enjoyed doing it. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to get another stream done this week. Probably a little bit more of this, to be honest with you, because I'm quite enjoying this. It's a bit of a brain easer. You know, you can just sit here and screw away, as bad as that sounds, phrasing and all that. Let's have a look. Is that everything? That is everything done on the car. Let's send it back. Oh, there we go. Looks like we actually didn't make any money on that one. Brilliant. Let's have a look. What have we got? A LaCroix Fret Voyage. Oh, wonderful. It's well, it looks like a Renault Kangoo to me. The suspension feels loose. Oh, hello. I saw you've got quite good reviews, and I thought that you surely handle my problem. I've been to a few experts already. The things that each expert said and did didn't match up at all. Of course, the problem is still there. It boils down to this constant banging. It's unbearable, and the gearbox isn't working properly after the last repair. After a week, changing gear becomes a nightmare. Please check it and try to fix any problems. I'm counting on your honesty. It's the last chance for my car. If this doesn't do the trick, I'll have no other option but to get rid of it. Anyway, let me know what happens. Do you know what? As much as I really like the sound of that, I have a feeling that I need to go to bed in order to get up for work tomorrow. And that if I take this one on, it's probably going to be quite a long and in-depth hunting around to find out what's wrong with it. I'm going to pick this one up, and I think I'm going to have a go tomorrow. So I really appreciate you guys coming by, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Signing off.